I hope your mouth is watering already after seeing that. The most popular video that's ever been on my channel is my lemon dessert video. If you haven't tried it, you've got to, but maybe you looked at it and were like, it looks great, but it's got way too many calories, too much fat, and I need something that's higher protein and lower calorie. This video is for you. I wanted to basically take that lemon dessert and reinvent it as a higher protein, lower calorie dessert. So the original lemon dessert had that beautiful crust. Well, this one doesn't have a crust. It also had lots of fatty cream cheese. There's not nearly as much fat in this one either. Oh, and the music in that video, man, everybody loved the loud music in that video. Well, this one doesn't have that either. It does have the lemon in common, so I guess that's about as close as this one gets to the original. But if you're wanting a fantastic lemony dessert, but still want to be able to eat it and get your beach body ready by summertime, this dessert is for you. It's high protein, it's low calorie, and with that lemon and blueberry combination, it is absolutely delicious. I'm going to show you how to make it right after this. Stick around. So first things first, we got old Yeller. I mean, how can you even make a good tasting dessert without a yellow mixing bowl? I don't know. Now to old Yeller, I'm going to add in 1.5 cups of my Inner Vitality yogurt. I'm so glad y'all are enjoying the Inner Vitality yogurt and seeing all the amazing benefits off of it. One thing that surprised me is how much y'all have loved the taste of it. I wasn't even thinking about that, but I get so many comments about how great the taste is compared to store-bought. And it is good. And I'll put a link to that right up there and down in the description. If you haven't made it yet, you definitely need to try it. Now I'm going to put in 4 eggs. I'm going to put 1/3 cup or 1/3 heaping cup of my sweetener blend in there. Another recipe y'all have loved, and I'm so glad. I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of melted butter, and make sure this is cooled a little bit because you don't want to scramble these eggs just yet. I'm going to add in the zest of 1 lemon. Now whenever you're zesting lemon, make sure you use an organic lemon because they spray lemons with a lot of chemicals and you don't want that in your food. So they're going to be a little bit uglier than the normal ones. They're going to have some spots and things like that on them, but you'll be all right. Now pro tip on this, I know the pith or the white part on the lemon has some medicinal properties, can be good for you, but also what it has is a ton of bitterness. So unless you want a bitter dessert, just try to get the yellow part. Once you get down to the white, stop. You just want the lemon flavor without the bitterness. Lemon's got a lot of great compounds in it, like limonene, that are super good for you. I mean, it smells absolutely delicious and tastes absolutely delicious, so don't sleep on the lemons. And y'all, I'll put links to everything that I use in these videos down below in case you need to pick up something. I use a lot of kitchen tools and gadgets that make my life easier. And plus, if you buy from one of my links, it helps support the channel. The few pennies I get off what you buy does add up and help me with these ingredients and things. So I really appreciate it if you see something you like, if you'd use my link for it. So there's my lemon zest. Make sure you get everything off the back of it. Get all that good lemony flavor in there. And then I'm going to use fresh lemon juice. And what I like to do to make sure to get all the juice out of there is just kind of roll it around a little bit. That's going to get the maximum amount of juice to the surface. And then I'm just going to get all that beautiful lemon juice out of there. Just make sure you don't get the seeds in there or somebody's going to get a little hard, crunchy surprise. Now I want this nice and lemony, so I'm going to get 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And this 1 lemon is exactly that. And of course, no great dessert has ever been made without some pure vanilla extract. I'm going to go in with about 1 teaspoon of that. Then I'm just going to whisk this up till it's well combined and pretty smooth. As soon as it is, I'll be back to show you the next steps. Now I'll add in just a couple of dry ingredients. I've got 2 tablespoons of almond flour. And if you don't use almond flour, you could substitute a protein powder in for this. Or a macadamia nut flour, pecan flour. whatever you like. The texture is going to be better with the almond flour, but if you don't do it, you don't do it. 1 tablespoon of coconut flour goes in. Same with the coconut flour. If you don't use coconut flour, just substitute in a protein powder. Then I've got half a teaspoon of baking powder and a little pinch of salt. I'm gonna go preheat my oven to 350 degrees. Give this a good mix until it's well combined, and I'll be back to show you what to do next. Now I've got 3/4 cup of blueberries here. I'm just gonna pour these in here and just kind of fold them in. You can use a little bit more if you want to. You could throw some on the top at the end to make it look pretty. Whatever you want to do. Once those are kind of folded in like that, I'm going to grab my 8x8 silicone baking dish. And one step that I always forget that's almost ended in disaster so many times, put it on top of a baking sheet. If not, you can see how flimsy this thing is. And if you don't put it on here, you're going to be picking it up off the floor. Now just dump all this right in there. If you're using an 8x8 metal pan or anything like that, you're going to need to spray it or use some parchment paper. If you're using this, you won't need to. Then just kind of work this around a little bit. Make sure it's nice and even there. And for video purposes only, I'm going to add a few more blueberries to the top just to make it pretty. But I'll make sure those are properly disposed of. Kind of looks like a dice. I'm going to put this in the 350 degree oven for 30 minutes, and I'll be back to show you what it looks like. Maybe a couple more berries, why not? Now we're proper. After 30 minutes, you want to take this out of the oven. I want to show you what you're looking for here. Watch the middle. You want it to be just like that. The outside 2 or 3 inches should be pretty firm. Inside should just jiggle a little bit like that. If you let it dry out completely in there, it's going to be super dry when you go to eat it. I'm going to let this sit here for about 20-30 minutes. Another question I get quite a bit too that I wanted to go ahead and address is, if you bake yogurt, does it still have any benefits or not? Well, what happens when you cook at a high temperature? You're going to kill off the probiotics, but you still have postbiotics. Postbiotics still have short-chain fatty acids like butyrate precursors. They still have peptides, they still have enzymes. So it's still going to support your gut lining, it's going to calm down some inflammation, helps with immune signaling, and gut barrier function. So you can cook this and still get some great benefits from the yogurt. See you in just a few when this is cool. So after this is cool completely, I'm going to put it in the fridge overnight, and we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. Now if you don't have overnight, you can put it in the fridge for 3-4 hours, but you want it at least that much so it has time to set up. Now if you cut this into 4 pieces, it's about 210 calories a piece, about 17 grams of protein, if you use the exact same ingredients I use. I would always recommend getting Chronometer or Carb Manager so you can tell exactly what's in it. After I left this overnight, and I'm not sure what happened there. We must have a mouse in the refrigerator or something. Not quite sure what happened to that little bite. Just get this little piece out right here. Oh yeah. Oh, that's the good stuff. I mean, y'all, take a look at this. Now, the texture of this is almost exactly like a cheesecake. You're going to love it. Here, have you a bite. Ma'am, y'all listen. This thing tastes like spring and summer all rolled into one. It's bright, it's delicious. And I know some of you are going to ask, can you taste the eggs in it? No, you cannot. This right here is absolutely delicious. If you haven't seen my original lemon dessert video, I'm going to put a link for it right up here for you. You definitely need to try that out. This one's lower calorie and higher protein, but that one is absolutely amazing. If you want some more low calorie desserts, make sure you watch this video right down here. I did 3 of my absolute favorites. I think you'll love them. Stay healthy, eat some good high protein, low calorie desserts if you're trying to lose weight, and I'll see you on the next video.